Well, good morning. This is December the, 29th, something like that. Fixing to move into the year 2020. Be interesting to see what this year brings. If it's anything like the end of this year, it should be pretty exciting. Coffee's cold. Time to turn things up a little bit. Oh, golly. Test on the microphone a little bit here. Microphone's about 18 inches from me. Microphone much closer. Let's see what kind of auto adjust it does on that. Sound quality and all. Need some kind of a microphone stand. Probably about anything will work. You see how that works out for the sound quality. All we're doing right now is just wasting a little footage. See what we got. I'm actually a little farther back away from the camera. Right now I'm using the lens that came with it. It's 55mm to I think 170 or 200 of the Canon telephoto. It's a better quality lens than one of the old lenses that I had on it, even though it was a 28mm lens. And this right here does have the continuous autofocus on the face, which saves a lot of grief. To be honest with you, I'm just getting tired of the whole manual focus thing. It was just, right now, it's just too much of a pain in the butt. Just another layer of complexity to have to work with. So if I can get the angle and the shot that I want on this right here, I'd say my camera is probably about 8 feet away from me. And not quite level, but I don't think that's really going to be an issue at this point either. Shoot, darn camera's probably got auto leveling on it. So right now we'll just work on the lighting a little bit. Always got to get used to that reverse image, because actually what I'm doing is I'm looking at a monitor above the camera right now. I don't know if you can tell. But if we don't get this green screen figured out pretty shortly, I'm about to throw the whole thing in the wastebasket. That light right there needs to be dropped down some, because I know what's going to wind up happening. I'm going to have a little bit of a shadow over here to, I guess it would be my right, your left. So we're just burning some image. Up at 6 o'clock this morning, down at 10. It's a Sunday, gotta work, that sucks. But the bills keep coming in. And especially this time of year too, you know, being in the home improvement business, it's seasonal. When the weather's nice, you stay very busy, which unfortunately conflicts with a lot of things you'd like to do in your personal time. But what are you gonna do? The freedom is incredible. I read an article one time about if you're just working, you're working 40, 50 hours a week, paycheck to paycheck, you never got any money left over, and you're pretty much a slave. Once you start working for yourself, and you get to realize that a lot of these companies that you work for, you're maybe, feel very lucky if you get 2 weeks off for the year. You get weekends off, you get holidays off, and then, oh wow, you got 2 weeks off. You're a big shot, and it's ridiculous. It really is. If you can, while you're younger, at least know how to make it on your own. Even if it's just something as simple as a power washer in the back of a pickup truck. Keep your overhead low, keep your expenses low. But if you know that you can actually lose your job and it's not the end of the world, because you're living paycheck to paycheck anyway, because the more you make, the more you spend. It will take so much stress off of you knowing that you can say, hey, take this job and shove it. It's not the end of the world. I can make it on my own until I can find something else. Learn how to be an entrepreneur. Even if you're working for somebody else, if you could set up your own business, and I suppose you want to make it something kind of like an enterprise or something where you can do a variety of different things. But the first thing you want to look for is domain name. See if the domain name is available. Don't lock it into maybe one kind of thing. I mean, you could make it something like Plan B Productions, or you could make it like, Enterprises. Maybe your last name / Enterprises, or something like that. Out of the box Enterprises. So you get the domain name. You see if it's registered with the state or with the federal government, and if you really like it, lock it all in right away. You don't have to use it right away. Well, if you register with the state or the feds, yeah, you got to have something going on. At least, with the state, you got to throw them $50 or $60 a year, just to keep your license renewed. And just make sure whatever money you make off of it goes into a business account, which is another thing that you'll need. It's pretty much just like a personal account, but they don't really care what you take out of it for your expenses. They just want to care what you put into it, to make sure that you're not taking cash under the table, and they're going to get their taxes. You'll pay, if you're not making a lot of money with it, basically what you're going to pay is your Social Security and whatever that other thing is, Medicaid or Medicare or something like that. And it winds up being about 15% or under. And something else you want to try to avoid too during tax time is, a lot of times your first instinct is to go to some place like H&R Block, and they're going to be very expensive, because what you're going to have to do is file what's called Schedule C. Find your little mom and shop office where you got everything all set out for them. Say, look, boom, 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 boom. It takes them an hour to do it. They'll probably charge you like a third of the price. But H&R Block, especially if you're doing like different things, like you might be doing crafting over here, or maybe you got a home improvement business over here, and next thing you know, they're all falling under different numbers, so now you're going to have to do different Schedule C's. You have multiple Schedule C's. H&R Block would be like really expensive. You're not making that much money anyway. It's basically just a fallback for a little extra money on the side. Sock it away for vacation money. Invest in it. If it's something that you really want to get serious about it, the best way of doing it is to start your business up while you are working for somebody else. That way you're not having problems with cash flow, getting in over your head, because it takes you a little while to get your business going. And at first you're not going to charge as much as what you might when you got the experience behind you. And another thought on your business too, if it's something that you really, really love, there is the danger of getting burned out on it. So now you've just taken your favorite hobby or your passion and killed it. I think I got some reflection off my glasses here. Let's see, that is from that light. So what if we do this? Does that make any difference? Slightly. Don't look that way. Don't look that way. So one of my biggest challenges is going to have to learn how to act out, be squirrely, and be interesting around this. Oh, I know what we could do. Here we go. Now, just so it doesn't seem like I'm talking in the camera, I'm actually talking to somebody else. We really got to start incorporating Fred. Fred can be a really big player. And if I'm doing training videos or something that I want to share with somebody who's not familiar with the topic or up-to-date topic, we could take Fred. He's not from around here, so he'd be a good person to explain things to. So Fred might be our, I don't want to say muse, but if I'm going to pretend like I'm explaining to somebody who is new around here, he might be the one to go to. Fred might be my go-to guy. So maybe Fred will make a guest appearance every once in a while. So we can put Fred directly up underneath the camera and say, Fred, no, this is the way it is. You got to do it like this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, man, I got that fan going in the background. I'm going to hear that. Okay, sorry about all the background noise. Focus, focus, hello, see me. Now what happened? I've lost my focus. I've turned off the heater in the background and now my camera doesn't focus. Hey, I don't make it, I just use it. Okay, let's see if it'll focus on Fred. Hello, hello. So, I know we don't have... Where'd my focus go? Are you serious? Does that help? Ah. Well, oh, here I am. Here I'm not. Here I am. Okay, well, if it couldn't do the facial recognition, it could have been because I was up here, and the center for the facial recognition could be down here. It's a mystery. So, we're just going to have to see. I could Google it. I could look it up. But I don't want to, because it's just another thing. Okay, don't look toward the light. Don't look into the light. Better? It's raining. Can you hear the rain? I'm trapped. I'm in my man cave, and now I can't get out without consequences. It doesn't rain in space. If I was in space, I wouldn't have this problem. But I would be substituting it for other problems, which is going to bring me to another one of my videos, which is going to be about, you know, things like drugs or alcohol, or, you know, the grass greener on the other side, and, you know, everything comes with a price. And basically what you're going to find out is you're just exchanging one set of problems for another set of problems. You got a problem because you're bored, you need to pick me up, you want to go do some drugs, you got a habit with it, whatever like that. Yeah, that's a problem. And you go to do it, well, then you're going to have other problems and other consequences and risks to take. And you can't go whining if you get in trouble, because you don't even need that to get in trouble. You can be minding your own business and get in trouble. One of the best things I ever saw was, I was watching this show, I think it was like a Heartland or something like that. So this redneck rodeo guy, he gets married, and you know, eventually, you know, you get in a fight with your spouse and stuff like that, and he's talking to this other person. He goes, you know, marriage is a lot like riding broncs. A lot can happen in 8 seconds, you know. So true, so true. Well, I'm not sure how much video we got right now, but I will definitely make a list of actually helpful topics to talk about. I learned to act a little more crazy. February is going to be me turning 61. 61. Old fart. 60. 60! I know, right? And I know who that is. Hi. I'm recording a video.
Well, I hollered at you.
Did you text me?
No, I hollered at you. I was in the backyard.
Oh, well, I'm surprised I couldn't hear you. I mean, the heater was running, so I'm a little upset about the fact that I recorded like 10 minutes of video, checking the audio and everything like that, only to realize that, golly, you could probably hear the fan from the heater sounding like a jet engine. But, I didn't hear you. So I must have been talking really, really loud.
Well,
We need an Alexa.
what?
I guess we need some more Alexas.
Just always keeping track of the time.
Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up here.
That's hot now.
Yeah.
Okay, watch where you step. Miko went out, and I can't tell you where it is because that's why I was hollering at you, so I could show you where it is, because you won't follow it. Well, anyway, watch where you step.
It's gonna be really hard to see. Alright, landmines. Okay, just like in a real life situation where you don't know where they're at.
Alright, bye.
bite. The dog has laid a landmine. So now there's danger, which will be another topic. And basically it boils down to danger is anything that threatens happiness. But remember, I didn't make it up. I wish I had. It was pretty good. Okay, don't look toward the light. Don't look toward the light. See, I need to get like something to kind of hold my face a little bit. It's like, hey, if it had like an electric shock probe, you know, when I turned my head too much that way, it would shock me. Then subconsciously that would kick in, and I would have a phobia against looking to my right. And I wouldn't have that problem. Or I could get some angled glasses where they were tilted. Because you see, I'm doing this. Now, if my glasses were bent, you wouldn't be able to tell from here. But when I'm looking, it would give me that. You know, you could sell those. You could probably patent and make those and sell those. What would they be? You'd have like little adjustments right here to angle it. $1 million idea. Of course, it'd only be sold to the movie industry, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Oh, well, if I got a tendency of looking more that way, then maybe I'll have to change my key light over here. I don't know. But probably some kind of rule about yawning online. Later.